Front, Walkers Road, and Red Bay.
K-Man, it's time to start paying less for your meat.
That's right. You can now find all your favorite fresh bulk cuts at new lower prices, but only at Priced Right.
We now have new everyday lower prices on oxtail, whole bone and ribeye, plant-based Beyond Beef, and so much more.
So whether you're buying wholesale cuts for your family, a large gathering, or for your business, you need to check out Priced Right's new lower meat prices.
Head to pricedright.ky for more info.
Live better for less at Priced Right.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by K-Man Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. K-Man Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Digicel Business. Get everything your business needs in one package with Digicel Business Hub.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. It's 7:30. Welcome to the first segment of this Tuesday morning edition of the Business Buzz. I'd like to say thank you to DJ Lynn for putting us on. DJ Lynn, good morning. Good morning to our producer, Miss Susan Watson, who is at home, and to our listeners and our viewers this morning of the Business Buzz. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. This morning, we put the spotlight on the University College of the Cayman Islands, UCCI, which is a tertiary educational institution and intellectual community of leaders and trailblazers, including 2,000 students and 70 full-time faculty and staff members representing 30 nationalities and a kaleidoscope of expertise and experiences. And having said that, I'd like to welcome to our studios this morning Dr. Stacy McAfee. Good morning.
Good morning, Anita, and good morning to your listeners. Pleasure to be with you.
Did I pronounce your name correctly?
McAfee.
McAfee. I can never get that
You
right.
will. Not a problem.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you. Excited to be with you. And, you know, it's amazing to me that the year is just flying by. It's been an exciting time. We just finished one semester and we're moving on to keep learning going in the Cayman Islands.
It doesn't stop.
No, it never should.
Education doesn't stop for anyone or anything, not even the pandemic. Now, this morning, we are going to put the spotlight, like I said earlier, on UCCI. And you've just came through your commencement ceremony for 2021, correct?
Yes.
Can you just touch on some of the highlights of the celebration?
Well, I have to say it was heartwarming, inspiring, and joyful. First and foremost, that we live in a nation that has made such incredible choices to allow us to be face to face and to personally welcome and congratulate our graduates as they cross the stage. And this year, we invited over 220 graduates to participate in the exercises. I think we had about 170 that actually walked with us. We had an amazing, so those students are finishing programs, certificate programs in the technical vocational education and training areas, or degree programs, associate bachelor's programs specifically. Our commencement speaker was amazing. He's the chair of Open Text Corporation, and he spoke to the students about the importance of every job, no matter what it is, being important in forming your understanding. And he talked about being an auctioneer and what he learned from that experience. And so it was just a lovely opportunity to celebrate what is unique to Cayman and the University College's impact in our community.
And we can do that all mask-free.
We did. And, you know, what we would have loved to have our students invite tons of guests. Unfortunately, we had to limit them to one. But the reality is it was a beautiful, and we live streamed. Thank you for your support of that. So anyway, it's very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what year was that? I mean, what is that your 30th commencement program?
Well, this is our 46th year.
46 years.
Right.
Wow.
If you think of all the amalgamations of how higher education started in the Cayman Islands, we count this as our 46th year. And I can't remember which number this was of our commencement exercises, but it's a really important time, and it encourages, the point is, whether you're in the room or you're watching live, I think it's a reminder that we all need to be lifelong learners.
I absolutely agree with that. Now, this is your summer quarter coming up, summer semester.
Summer semester, yes.
Semester. You go semester hours. So.
Yes.
Summer semester. Are you excited about this quarter?
It is. It's going to be a bit different this summer semester, but different in a good way. We're taking all of our courses fully online this summer. So summer semester starts May 10th. And summer semester is shorter than the typical semesters. It's 7 weeks. So summer classes commence May 10th. And they run through June 25th.
Okay.
We're teaching classes online because there's some major renovations and construction projects that are happening at the University College. Yes, so we're very grateful to the Cayman Islands government for their investment in the university. And so students will come back to amazingly refreshed campus with wonderful teaching and learning space. So the other thing about doing classes online this summer, it means that if you are considering traveling, which many of our students, faculty, and staff do during the summer, it gives you an opportunity to attend UCCI from anywhere in the world.
Awesome. Now, is this the first time that UCCI is going fully online, or did you do that?
We did that during the pandemic
last year.
Yeah, mid-spring semester last year through the entire summer semester was fully online. And online at UCCI is a bit different, and I would just take a moment to explain that. Many times when people think online, they feel like they're not connected to their class or to their faculty member. But the way we do online at UCCI is, if your class, for example, runs from 6 to 7:30 at night, typically, instead of coming to the campus, you go to your virtual classroom, and you're there with your classmates and your faculty member. And so it has the sense of community, but we're just doing it virtually. So you get the same benefits. You just don't have to physically travel to the campus each week.
And if you're hungry, you can go into the kitchen and grab something
You
to
can
eat.
have your slippers on while you're
You don't have to wait until the class is over.
Exactly.
Sit there starving. I've known the feeling. Can you shed some light on your summer classes at UCCI?
Yeah.
And what they will include?
The beautiful thing about UCCI is it's intended to be a 3-semester institution, meaning if you're a student, we typically expect that you attend fall, spring, and summer, which means the selection of courses that we offer is very rich because we anticipate that you need to take your full selection of classes to finish your degree program or your certificate program. So we have anything from technical vocational classes, continuing education, if you're pursuing your certificate program, your associate, bachelor's, and even some postgraduate studies. So there's a full range of courses available, whether you're attending here in Grand Cayman or Cayman Brac. We invite you to take the time. Now, what I will say, I've mentioned to you, I think, Anita, that we are growing by leaps and bounds at UCCI. So classes do fill up quickly. Registration has already been open now for a couple weeks.
Okay.
So if you're interested in attending at UCCI this summer, you should have been looking on our website and be registered or get registered very soon.
When will registration end?
Registration will actually end effectively May 14th, but classes begin May 10th. So you're missing a week of only a 7-week program if you wait until May 14th to register. So I'm always focused on student success. So I would expect students, adults, and youth that you're registered by May 10th and you're ready to start classes with your faculty on May 10th.
And how can they submit their their applications?
Right. So if you're a new student, we will still consider applications. I think our official deadline was last Friday, but if you've started and you haven't finished an application, I would encourage you to get that finished right now. Whether you're a new or a current student, you can register by going to ucci.edu.ky/admissions. We have a beautiful online portal where you can find all the course schedules, register yourself, pay, learn about what your book requirements are. So everything is there. It's self-service, and it's really one of the innovations we've put in place over the last year.
Now, I believe that the local the Cayman Islands government, the scholarship application period is set to close on April 30th. How can students apply, and what are the requirements?
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Anita. We are very blessed to have a government that invests heavily in scholarships for students who are attending locally. And I would encourage listeners, whether you're thinking you're starting at UCCI this semester or maybe later in the year, it's only one time a year that you can apply for these local government scholarships. So you need to go to the government website to apply, and it's education.gov.ky/scholarships, and submit your application, because if you decide 3 months from now you want to attend UCCI, the application period will have already closed, so you might as well apply and ensure that you have a scholarship and get started at UCCI when the time is right for you.
How many years have you been at UCCI, Dr. McAfee?
So I am now officially 2.5 years
already
into my presidency. In
Wow.
fact, this was my third commencement on Saturday, and they've each been special in a different sort of way. But when I think about where we were 2.5 years ago and the progress the institution and our students have made, it's quite incredible. In fact, our student government president was a speaker at commencement, and the students have really stepped up to lead and to develop their university to be a student-centered institution of higher learning. And so it was really wonderful to see the role students played, not only in walking across the stage to receive their credentials, but also just to see how they're providing feedback. They were ushering, inviting guests into the campus. They were telling people about their experience and building out clubs and activities. So it's a beautiful place, and we're very proud of the progress the university is making.
I know you're very proud. And you have every right to be proud.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know we have, you've been working hard in getting new programs to the university, college, and you've been working really hard at this. You've got the new blockchain course coming up. Mm-hmm. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the blockchain education network and just everything associated with it. DJ Lynn, I want to thank our sponsors this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Similar to Cayman Brac, the northern shores of Little Cayman equally offered protection from the prevailing winds, with locations such as Bloody Bay and Anchorage Bay offering a calm and sheltered stretch of water near the shore in which ships could ride at anchor. Fresh water was also available at 2 nearby locations, including the limestone cavity just inland from Bloody Bay, which was noted on early English Admiralty navigational charts. After archaeological digs, another well, located a few hundred yards near Jackson's Point, produced cultural debris including ceramic fragments, tobacco pipes, bottles, and buttons, suggesting that the well had been used for at least 200 years. The site would become locally known as the Pirates' Well due to the long-standing legend of the Battle of Bloody Bay, whereby the local pirates fought the Royal Navy.
Information from this historical vignette was sourced from The Maritime Heritage of the Cayman Islands by Roger C. Smith.
We are telling you ahead of time, giving you the heads up to get ready. The black tie affair with a circus twist. Step right up. The annual gala hosted by Rotary Central for the Alex Panton Foundation. Saturday, May 29th, Marriott Beach Hotel Ballroom. Step right up. Support the Alex Panton Foundation, dedicated to serving and preserving young people through vulnerable times, mental health intervention, treatment, guidance, preserving life. The ambience of a circus affair. Tickets are limited, tickets are precious. Get your tickets from Rotary Central members. Go online to Rotary Central and the Alex Panton Foundation Facebook pages. Rotary Central and the Alex Panton Foundation. Rotary opens opportunity.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Good morning if you're just joining us. We're pleased to have in our studio this morning Dr. Stacey McCaffey, and she is the president of University College of the Cayman Islands, UCCI, and she's got some exciting news for us this morning. But before we do that, we want to step back into that scholarship offering that you mentioned to me off air that UCCI received. Can you tell our listeners?
Yes, I would love to. We announced a Community Partner Award. We started doing that at every commencement, and this year's Community Partner Award went to Beverly and Tom Simpson, who have worked with me over a number of months to establish a gift that allowed UCCI to create the Community Engagement Program, which is a program for students of promise that don't necessarily have the potential to afford to attend UCCI. And their particular focus was on the fact that most of the programs that award aid to students to attend university are based on merit, GPA, and they believe that not everyone who has the potential to be successful in university has top grades, but that shouldn't be a barrier for them attending UCCI if they demonstrate the interest and they work hard to succeed.
Right.
So they took the $50,000 US each year that they were paying for their son to attend university in the US, and they have transferred that $50,000 a year to UCCI to allow us to administer this program. Their hope is that others in a similar position would do the same, and that this program will grow over time, and it will be able to be more inclusive in our admissions processes at UCCI.
That is so generous.
Yes, so it's a beautiful gift, and we hope we're going to be rolling it out within the next few weeks, so watch for the information. We hope we can support up to 20 students a year with this program. If more people are willing to be like-minded, whatever amount that you'd like to do to add to that gift, it would give us more opportunities to support student success.
20 students, so how about adding another 20 if we can get some more donations,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. At least 20. Let's get to 200 even.
That is awesome. So let's talk about the new blockchain course that ICCI is going to offer.
UCCI.
UCCI.
But you never know. We might have some of our friends at ICCI help us too.
That's my alma mater, so that will slip in every now and then, Dr.
No
Kathy.
worries.
Sorry, UCCI, the University College of Cayman Islands. Now, how did you come to partner with the Blockchain Education Network and the Caribbean Blockchain Alliance to offer a course on blockchain?
Mm-hmm. Well, you may recall it was in my first year at UCCI that we established a relationship, and a gift from Cisco allowed us to establish the Networking Academy. And since then, we've been trying to build out the IT-related courses that are needed to support the emerging tech industry. And cryptocurrency certainly is an area that is dynamically growing around the world and here in Cayman. And so our faculty, in collaboration with individuals from the Blockchain Education Network and the Caribbean Blockchain Alliance, approached UCCI and said, would you like to offer this course to your students? And so we said, absolutely, let's learn more about what we can do. And for those who may not be as familiar with blockchain or cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency is what we refer to as digital currency. And so if you know of Bitcoin, that's one example of a cryptocurrency. I was sharing with you, my son was mining Bitcoin while I was at university. But, you know, when you have a digital currency, you need some confidence that that actually exists and has value if you're going to exchange goods and services. And so the blockchain network is the platform within which exchanges of digital currency, cryptocurrency happens and are tracked. So this course teaches students attending UCCI about this network and helps prepare them for opportunities to learn more and to understand and possibly to get involved working in this industry. So it's an exciting first step for us.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, it's very, I mean, plus, you know, that they reached out specifically to UCCI to establish this course. And even more importantly, they're going to establish a local chapter at UCCI.
How soon?
To build the interest. I think it's going to happen as early as this fall. Okay. So we're in discussions right now. And I think what you'll continue to see, if you were to examine the offerings that UCCI is providing to support across all levels, the fact that there's a digitization going on in our world, and every person, really in almost every industry, in any job, is going to be learning and adapting to that. And so we want to make sure that across, whether it's financial services, hospitality, media, that we're preparing our students for the future, which is digital and technology enabled.
Oh, we have to. Especially, we've seen what happened during 2020 with COVID-2019. Dr. McAfee, Caribbean Blockchain Alliance, how did they become a part of this this process?
Well, they they reached out to UCCI through one of our adjunct faculty, made the initial connection for us, and then connected with the dean of our STEM and technology programs, and also the program leader for our IT Academy. And there was originally a short course, more self-directed learning, that we first made available to students for free. And then from there, based upon the interest and success, we said we think that a instructor-led course would be even more in demand. So we have UCCI faculty that are teaching alongside instructors from this network to provide this course, and it will be in an online format as well this summer.
Any idea of the cost, or they can call UCCI for more information?
Or go to our website. But like most things at UCCI, our costs are not quite, but very, very reasonable. If you're a Kamanian, typically you're paying somewhere around $55 a credit hour. And if you're a resident, it's a bit more than that. But to be frank, if you were to take this type of course anywhere else in the world, it would be substantially more, because as we talked about it's really cutting edge learning and curriculum, and prepares you for the types of jobs that are growing right now in the tech sector.
Now, okay, so that's some of the long-term benefits of this course. My question is, take for instance, if I want to take the course, do I have to be a student, a registered student, or I can just...
Anyone can easily take either a single course or enroll in a program of study, whether that's a certificate or a degree program. We offer short courses all the time, and this is an example of a short course. The beautiful thing about the short courses that UCCI offers is that they're really geared to address what we're hearing are the interests and needs that are happening in the community, in the labor market. And as we try to effectively support the build out of a technology sector and an innovative space in Cayman, this is one example of how we're adjusting our course offerings to do just that.
Well, I look forward to the to having a university chapter here at UCCI, and I'm pretty sure I know you're excited about it.
It's
so
very exciting, and
I won't go on anymore.
Across all age groups, people are really excited about this offering, and one of the themes actually at commencement from our commencement speaker was the idea that those that were graduates are going to really shape what innovation and digitization looks like in the Cayman Islands. And he was talking about the fact that their brains are actually evolved and wired differently than ours because of how they use technology and how they claim to be watching TV, listening to music, doing 4 or 5 different things all at the same time and still completing their homework is actually true, because their technology has become like an additional add-on that they use in how they think, and their memory banks look different because they don't have to store as much memory. They just access information in a different way.
It's a passive way of doing it, I guess.
Through their phones or whatever else. So it's quite interesting to think about how, even who came up with the idea of blockchain. I know that when I was in the States 3 or 4 years ago, we were talking about that blockchain may even change the way universities report credentials that students earn.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's very exciting. And if you're prepared in this area, you could either be working for someone else in this space, or you might create your own new entrepreneurial venture with blockchain. So who knows?
Dr. Stacy, we're heading up to news time. I hate to let you go because I want to hear more. But before you go, can you remind listeners and viewers of the hours of operation at UCCI?
Yes. So we encourage you to register and get started at UCCI or continue your studies this summer. As we mentioned, you can go to our website, www.ucci.edu.ky/admissions. You can also, and we'd love to have you come to the campus to speak with someone. Our operating hours are Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 5 and Friday from 8:30 to 4:30. You can also give us a call, 623-8224. And so what I would tell you is, Anita, there's no reason, no excuse that you can make for that you were unable to get a hold of someone at UCCI and get started or continue your studies. You're going to continue to see an increasing number of scholarships and financial aid resources that I'm actively working to build out to support our nation and our students. So we don't ever want need to be a reason why someone doesn't start or finish their studies at UCCI. So look for some future announcements. Hope they'll be back on the show with you to talk about those further.
We look forward to that.
Yes.
Love having you in the studio.
Thank you.
Love hearing about education. Love hearing how UCCI is moving forward. What do you look forward to for the rest of the year?
One thing that we're looking forward to, and we're on the Business Buzz here, is building what we call experiential learning opportunities, where students spend time with employers practicing what they've learned in the classroom and learning directly from mentors and employers. And we have a growing network of organizations that have raised their hand and said they want to be a part of that. But we really want to make sure that every student has at least one or two of those. So if you're interested in supporting the university in that way, I'd love to hear from you. president@ucci.edu.ky. Just drop me an email. It's president@ucci.edu.ky. Please be a partner in learning with UCCI.
Dr. Stacey McAfee, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you in the studio, and we look forward to having you back again.
Thank you.
It's now time for the news. Thank you so much. We'll be back at the end of all of what DJ Lynn has to put together for you, and we'll bring you our second segment of the Business Buzz this morning.
It's another hot day in Cayman, but the prices at Foster's are even hotter. We'll now cross live to our reporter, Ann, who's in store.
Thanks, Brad. These prices are scorching. They've got Old El Paso taco dinner kits, just 2 for $5. And certified Angus beef, strip loin steaks are just £1, saving you $4. But Brad, you better hurry. Prices are good until May 5th, 2021.
Thanks, Ann. Well, you heard it here first. It's time to get down to your local Foster's. For these and more great deals, go to fosters.ky.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. News is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. We are a not-for-profit, member-centric plan with a democratically elected volunteer board of trustees representing all sectors of the Cayman Islands economy. We have an all-in expense ratio of less than 1%, over 20,000 members, and $490 million in assets under management. We were the first multi-employer pension plan approved by the regulator in the late 1990s, and today we are still strong, secure, and are here for our employees and employers alike. If you would like to join or require further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Shortly after 9 p.m. on Sunday, officers of the Firearms Response Unit on patrol in Georgetown approached a man they say was behaving suspiciously on Anthony Drive. They say officers detained him and searched him and recovered a loaded black handgun and several rounds of ammunition. The 42-year-old Georgetown man was arrested on suspicion of possession of an unlicensed firearm and taken into custody, where he remains as investigations continue. In other police news, on April 25th, they got a report of a 16-year-old, Tashay Bryan, had gone missing and are seeking public assistance in locating her. Ms. Bryan was last seen at a home address at Norbrook Street in Georgetown. Log on to radiokman.gov.ky for a picture of the girl or head to our Facebook page. Anyone with information about her whereabouts is encouraged to call the Georgetown Police Station on 949-4222. 18 volunteers attended the Community Emergency Response Team training earlier this month. Radio K-Man's April Cummings reports.
2 days of intense training at the Red Cross building on Hulda Avenue helped prepare the volunteers, who come from a number of different districts, but each with a shared interest in the program. Officials say the new members will join established CERTs, or form the basis of new teams that will be developed in areas that are not currently represented with an established group. The Cayman Islands Red Cross works in partnership with Hazard Management Cayman Islands to deliver CERT training and maintain the program. They are also assisted by the Cayman Islands Fire Service, which provides fire safety and search and rescue components. The 18 volunteers will still have to complete the required first aid and CPR components before being included in the official National CERT database. Their training so far, though, has included an overview of the structure of an established CERT team, fire safety and suppression, disaster preparedness, search and rescue operations, stress management and disaster psychology, as well as shelter management, initial damage assessment, and vulnerability and capacity assessment. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
There are currently 6 active CERT groups established in the Cayman Islands, including teams in Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. And the Georgetown landfill has resumed accepting derelict vehicles. However, there are some limitations. CAGTV's Simon Boxall explains.
The Department of Environmental Health announced that going forward, the number of vehicles accepted per day would be capped at 15. Officials are urging the public to call the landfill on 949-3719 to ensure that their vehicle can be accepted, and if required, to book a slot for a given day. The public's also reminded that the landfill will only accept derelict vehicles from Monday to Friday between the hours of 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News. As India struggles to cope with a devastating surge of coronavirus cases, there's increasing evidence that the official number of deaths has been underreported. One study suggests that those recorded by crematoria in Delhi may be double the government figures, which reflect only those who've died in hospital. Reports from Chad say at least 2 people have been killed as security forces clash with protesters angered by last week's military takeover. In the capital, N'Djamena, police fired tear gas at the demonstrators who burned tyres in several neighbourhoods. People are fleeing parts of the Somali capital, Mogadishu, fearing renewed clashes between forces supporting the president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, and those backing the opposition. Both sides have occupied different parts of the city. The military authorities in Myanmar say they'll consider a plan by the Association of Southeast Asian Nations to resolve the conflict there. The regional grouping called on the military to halt violence directed at civilians, but the junta said it would first prioritise law and order. The Saudi Arabian Defence Ministry says it has destroyed an explosive-laden boat off the port of Yanbo in the Red Sea. It said it was investigating the incident. The Saudi-led coalition fighting Houthi rebels in Yemen has previously foiled attempted assaults using explosive-laden boats. A court in Moscow has restricted the activities of Alexei Navalny's anti-corruption foundation. It follows a ruling on Monday suspending the work of the opposition leader's political offices across the country. The moves are part of official efforts to ban organisations linked to Mr. Navalny for alleged extremism. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky.
The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Are you aware of the performance of your pension plan? The Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan provides quarterly fund fact sheets for our members to stay informed with the plan's performance.
For the year ended August 31st, various life cycle funds provided returns between 9.2% and 16.5%, and our all-in expense ratio is currently the lowest it's ever been, a record low at 0.72%. Visit chamberpension.ky to review our fund fact sheets. You can see the performance as far back as 10 years. Remember that pensions are a longer-term investment strategy. Focus on the long term rather than the short-term returns. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan continues to perform for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
I'm looking for a new pizza joint with that perfect crust. My car needs a bit of a tune-up, and my pregnant wife needs something from the pharmacy. So I turned to the printed yellow directory, and in an instant, the pizzas are ordered, the oil change is booked, and the thing that I'm not allowed to say out loud has been purchased for my wife. Problem solved. When you need something quick, do yourself a favor. Flip through the printed yellow directory. Stop searching, start finding. Yellow, we know local.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we are more than an insurance company. We are family. To learn more about our first-in-class individual and group life, disability and accident solutions, please visit Pan American International Insurance Corporation at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Song Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304 and visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
For additional weather information, visit www.weather.gov.ky. As well, stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we are more than an insurance company. We are family. To learn more about our first-in-class individual and group life, disability and accident solutions, please visit Pan American International Insurance Corporation at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Song Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304 and visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, have a deadline. Procrastination is common in human nature. Setting a time to review the work helps to increase motivation because you know that you have to have it done by a certain time. This also ensures that you slow down to review progress. Consider rewards if things are going well. If things are not going as well as you would like, a deadline gives you a chance to pause and reflect on the current goal to see if there may be something getting in the way of being able to get it done.
Change your thinking and change your life.
Radio Cayman's Cayman Strong Series was brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Things just got a bit hotter on island. Come in today and order the new spicy Korean subs at Subway. They're sweet, spicy, and especially satisfying. Stop in and try the pulled pork with spicy Korean sauce, or the chicken with spicy Korean sauce. And you can message WhatsApp at 929-4658. Order online or use Let's Eat or the Bento app. The spicy Korean subs at Subway in 2 flavors, extra saucy and extra spicy. Subway, eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the second segment of the Business Buzz this morning. This morning we're orange. And when I say orange, we're going to put the spotlight on Orange You Glad, the Sunset Gala. It's the 8th annual Meals on Wheels Orange You Gala, which will take place on Saturday, May 22nd at the Grand Ole House. And we have in the studio right now with me, Mr. Rob Imperato. Rob is the board chairman of Meals on Wheels. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
How are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
We'll be joined shortly by Mrs. Jennifer West, and Jennifer is the Meals on Wheels general manager. She's making her way to the studio.
Yes.
So, Rob, you're excited, aren't you?
Very much so, yes. You can tell from my orange attire.
I love the orange.
Thank you.
Actually, you're matching our the screen behind you.
Oh, you're right, yes. It's a very polarizing color.
It is.
People I talk to either love it or hate it. And my philosophy is I love it for various reasons, but you just lean into it. And if you don't like it, just own it and, have fun with it.
You definitely own it.
Yes, thank you.
Do you just wear it once per year or do you?
Oh, no. Whenever we do photo ops, I this jacket I've had it for the last 7 years. And there's a story behind the suit, which I'll talk to when we get to the gala.
Okay.
But this jacket I use for photo opportunities for people in the community who give the Meals on Wheels. We'll do a check presentation, and I'll wear the jacket. It's kind of like our calling card because orange actually is our corporate color.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. I just love that orange.
Thank you.
Now, Rob, while we wait on Jennifer to get here, can you give us some background information on Meals on Wheels Cayman Islands and your mission statement as well as your ultimate goal for the program?
Of course, yes. So we are a nonprofit organization here in Grand Cayman for the last 23 years, founded by Beulah McField and the Rotary Club of Grand Cayman. We deliver hot, nutritious meals to seniors and the infirm across all 5 districts 5 days per week. We do deliver a hot, nutritious soup, usually soup and an entree. And we also deliver warm smiles. So we basically supply seniors with the assistance they need to retain their self-worth and independence and the ability to remain in their homes. As you know, isolation has become a major issue during the pandemic.
Yes.
Even before the pandemic, for these seniors, a lot of these folks just simply lack the ability to get out of their homes to interact with the community or even to cook for themselves.
And that's so sad because when you can't have those nutritious meals, you of course can't. You get sicker, right?
Exactly right. So there's a lot we take for granted here, right? So we make sure that obviously it's a wellness issue. We make sure that we make sure our seniors are well fed, they're well nourished, and we also ensure that their body and mind are intact as well as best we can.
Now, to feed our senior citizens, money is involved.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Again, anything
Money's
else,
always involved.
Yes, it is. Right. So to give you some numbers, we currently serve over 315 people, seniors per day.
315.
315, yes. So to give you some historical context, this time last year, shall I say, actually February of last year, before the pandemic began, we were serving about 215, and on average across all 5 districts. And then when lockdown hit, we didn't stop delivering. We were given essential services designation, and our demand went as high as 525 during the height of the lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah, so we found a lot of people who lost their jobs during COVID, and so these seniors had adult children who were moving back in with their parents, and they had children of their own in some cases. So we kind of opened our doors to those families as well. So we found ourselves having highly in demand.
So you just, I mean, you couldn't feed the seniors alone.
No,
Yeah.
no, exactly. So sometimes we have a family of 6, so we feed all 6. Yeah. So and then when the economy improved a little bit, and we had the lockdown was lifted and people went back to work, then a number stabilized to 300, 315, which is what we're comfortable with our budget.
How did you manage all of that? How did you fund all of that, Rob?
Well, we're very lucky to have the community at our side. We operate mostly through the private sector. We do have a small grant from government, but it comprises only 15% of our budget. So we rely heavily on individuals and businesses in groups to support us. So we're lucky to have restaurants such as The Wharf or Ragazzi or Grand Old House, who were closed but yet still had staff and had food, so they were able to write. We'll be able to cook meals for you, and your volunteers can come and pick them up and deliver to seniors. So we're very grateful to we benefited from the gift of this food from the businesses, and also individuals who knew that we are still in business and they're still in need in the community, and so they just donated online as well.
And we're joined by Ms. Jennifer West. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
Jennifer is the general manager of Meals on Wheels. You had to fight some traffic to get here, didn't you?
I had to fight some traffic this morning, but I am here.
I'm glad you're here. Now, both of you are orange.
Because orange, we glad.
Orange, glad we're here. Orange, glad to make the traffic.
I actually wore some orange this morning. I didn't even think about it. Solidarity, Hey, got my orange going too. Now, it's good to have you in the studio, Jennifer.
Thank you.
You and Rob. Of course. Now we've got to the point of funding for Meals on Wheels. I know Jennifer is a hard worker. You're always out there. You're always doing what you have to do, Jennifer. How long have you been with Meals on Wheels?
I joined Meals on Wheels in December of 2019, so right before the world kind of decided to take a shift.
Well, we're glad you came on board.
Thank you.
I'm sure Rob and the rest of the folks
we're
happy
grateful
to have you.
Yes.
Now, we were talking about funding, Jennifer, for Meals on Wheels. Now, what are the requirements for seniors to qualify for home delivered meals?
Well, we provide meals to seniors, persons that are homebound, infirm, or disabled. So anybody can refer a senior, anybody from the community, a neighbor. We get referrals from DCFS and NAU, from churches, from concerned neighbors. A lot of our seniors are either home alone in the middle of the day or they live alone. Mm-hmm. So really anybody who knows that someone is in need of a healthy, nutritious meal around lunchtime, and as well as somebody to check in on them, because a lot of people have to leave their elderly family members at home for the day while they're at work. Not everyone has a caregiver. So really, if you think that somebody could benefit from Meals on Wheels providing a hot, nutritious meal, that's the place to start, and we can continue assessments from there.
I mean, you do lunch, right?
Yes,
basically
ma'am.
lunch, just lunch.
Well, we provide a hot plate and we provide a soup. And a lot of our seniors, as we get older, apparently we don't eat as much. So that actually becomes 2 meals for most of our clients.
Okay, so they can maybe have that soup for dinner.
Exactly.
Okay. Because I'm always wondering what happens especially when they live alone and they don't have the ability or mobility to get around and prepare their own meals.
Right. Well, one of the other things that we have been doing since last year is providing supplemental grocery bags. And we were providing that to everyone that needed it. And now the seniors who still are in need of those groceries will request it from the volunteer drivers. During lockdown, we knew that people didn't have access to even get to the grocery store. Now it's not so much that they don't have access, some just don't have the means. And honestly, it has been great for me to see that Cayman is still really that Cayman community that I personally grew up knowing, is that a lot of people go to the grocery store and they buy an extra bag of groceries for their neighbor. Most seniors will have a cup of tea and some crackers for breakfast or some oatmeal. So we try to supplement as well. However, we know that there are a lot of people in the community also looking out. And by the evening time, family members are back from work as well to provide something additional in most cases.
Okay. So how many fundraising events do you have per year?
We have 4 per year scheduled. We do the coin drive, which is people volunteers will collect coins and bills at various locations in January. We have the gala, which is coming up on May 22nd. We have our annual Dress Down Day, where individuals and corporations will wear orange for a day at their workplace. And we have our 5K, 10K turkey trot. in November. And we also do other smaller events. For example, one thing I do personally is I do a trivia night. I do a pub quiz every Saturday at Guy Harvey's Bar Crudo downtown. Where it's a very, very casual like trivia night where we just
I miss those.
You come, you should come. It's it's every Friday. Every Saturday.
Saturday.
Sorry, every Saturday. Thank you. Every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. in time for happy hour.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're trying to promote it better. It's new. For the last few months we started this, and it's getting very slow.
Here's your chance now, Rob, to promote it.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you. Exactly. Those are out there. If we have trivia. If you if you like Jeopardy like I do or other trivia contests, come on out. It's 5:30 to 7:30 every Saturday night at Guy Harvey's Bar Crudo, and it's a different theme every week. For example, last Saturday we had movie night, classic movies. Mm-hmm. We've done 80s night. We've done Valentine's Day. We're doing Star Wars this weekend. We're doing musicals next weekend. So it changes it up, and it's a very low key, just very fun, family friendly trivia. So you don't have to be a genius or no Jeopardy to really play. It's multiple choice. It's very, very interactive and fun.
Do you let the public know in advance what you're having?
We do, yes. Okay. So we're working with Tortuga.
I wouldn't do well with Star Wars at all.
No, there you go, exactly. Yeah, so fair enough. And so my daughter would, and my daughter's writing the questions for this weekend. So
and this weekend is what again?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. See, I wouldn't.
Yeah, next Saturday the 8th is Broadway musicals.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then the 15th is classic television, classic TV, and then the 22nd is our gala, so we're taking that week off. And then 29th is sports.
Now, if ever you have music, we'll kill you with that.
There you go. We'll do music very soon, I promise you. Yes, we've done music in the past. So actually what I do is a lot of times I'll do trivia, and I'll bring along my portable speaker, and I'll create a playlist. So I will play music associated with that theme. And
nice.
So it's very fun. It's very low key. It's free to play. So we bring our bucket and we ask for donations. And the people who have attended, we have a very small group, core following, who show up every week, and you know who you are. And so they're very generous to us.
Do you host the trivia night?
I do, yes.
I just have a feeling.
I write my own questions. I am the quiz master.
And you wear your orange jacket?
Yes, I do.
Okay. We'll be there.
Thank you. Yes, Rob. Please. Thank you.
So Orange You Glad Sunset Gala, that's coming up. Now, how many years? 8 years, right?
8 years, yes.
8 years, okay. And what are your expectations pertaining to live entertainment, food? Will there be a silent auction? What's the plan?
So this year, when our guests arrive, they will be entertained by the John Gray String Ensemble. They're an amazing group of young people out of John Gray that are just absolutely talented. So people will be entertained. They play all string instruments. We are having Erica Asai, who we all know is an incredible vocal artist. I think she is from Boddentown. And we do have a live auction and a silent auction happening this year as well. We are also having a surprise door prize. So everybody, when they arrive, they turn in their ticket and they will be entered into our door prize drawing. And our expectation for the gala this year is to raise enough funds to provide meals for seniors for 4 months. And that is a whopping $120,000.
I'm making a note. $120,000. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the target last year?
Well, last year, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we had to cancel our gala.
Wow.
Yes.
So this year, it will be double the fun.
Double the fun.
Double the fun.
So we were able to have a dinner at the end of last year. So we did call it Orange You Glad Dinner, but we were not allowed to have the gala. We couldn't have a silent auction. So those people who were able to come out and join us, it was great to see the support of the community. I think it was probably one of the first events after restrictions were lifted a bit. We still could only have gatherings of 50. So Grand Ole House actually held the event in benefit of Meals on Wheels.
Okay. So it's at Grand Ole House again?
Yes, ma'am. We are back to Grand Ole House. It's a beautiful setting. So that's why it's tagged this year the Sunset Gala. Because it's an incredible setting. And as Rob mentioned, Grand Ole House and Wharf were one of those amazing restaurants that during the pandemic were providing meals to the community, not even just to Meals on Wheels. But while their chefs were themselves not really employed, they were giving their time and their own resources to provide for the community.
What's the cost of the ticket, Jennifer?
Tickets are $200 per person, and that includes your entertainment, your entrance. It includes your cocktails and your hors d'oeuvres, a 3-course meal, which we all know that the food at the Grand Ole House is incredible. So really it is you know that you're coming to enjoy yourself, but you're also providing funds to help feed a senior in need.
What time do you start?
We start at 6 p.m. with cocktails and canapes, and at 7 p.m. we will roll into our dinner and auction.
And then we are also an orange carpet, so we're doing a photo booth. So it'll be a fashion show of sorts. So orange, the attire is orange is encouraged and not required. So if you're wearing orange, come on out, and we'll have a backdrop, a photo booth, and an orange carpet. So it'll be kind of like the Oscars. So plenty of photo opportunities here.
Orange Oscars.
That's right. Orange Oscars, I like that.
I'm sure most people show up in their in an orange outfit.
It's catching on, exactly.
It's catching on.
It is, yeah. There are stores on the island who are wearing that sell orange attire. So it is still possible even now to buy things on island that are orange. So you can do some shopping. But yeah, so we definitely encourage it, and people do play along with it. They have fun with it. Whether it's like Jen said, an orange purse or an orange accessory or a full out orange dress, or like me, an orange suit with orange shoes. It varies.
Do you wear a full suit?
I do. Yeah. So the story,
shoes as well.
Yes. So the story behind that is that in 2015, our second gala we had. I bought this $100 suit online, and it's full orange. And there's a company out there in the U.S. that sells this kind of attire, like bright colors and just fun suits. So I'll buy it once and wear it to the auction and be fun. And I found a pair of $20 Amazon bowling shoes, bright orange bowling shoes. And I should have worn them today, but I apologize. I'm not wearing them, unfortunately. And said, okay, right. And somebody said to me, Rob, why don't you just put those in the auction? Okay. And people at the end of the night were having a good time. And so I said, right, let's go up there and auction off my suit. And I thought maybe get $100 for it, maybe $200. $1,500 it went for.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It was a very emotional, very competitive bidding and fun. A great crescendo to the evening. And so the best part was that the person who bought it gave it back.
So this is it here again?
It is. Yes, it is. So it's become a tradition. So
every year you auction it?
Yes, and every year you give it back. Because really, who wants an orange suit in their closet other than me? Nobody. So unless something like this. So it's become kind of a fun tradition. So this year we're doing a little bit of a twist. So this is our 8th year of the gala, 7th year of the suit. Even last year during the sunset dinner, we auctioned the suit off and gave it back. So this year, my brother-in-law is actually in charge of buying a new suit for me, and I've given carte blanche about what it looks like. I have no idea. I said it must be orange. Here are my dimensions, and just have fun.
So you're going to retire this when you have it?
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm not going to. We'll still wear the jacket for photo opportunities.
Okay.
Things like this, and the jacket will not be retired. The pants are unfortunately long gone.
Well, you should have a waxed image of you in the Meals on Wheels office.
I love
with the retired suit.
I like that.
And every time someone comes in, you make a donation just to look at it.
That's a great idea. A cardboard cutout, even exactly. Yeah, cardboard cutout, wax.
Yeah, that would work too.
That works. Either one of those works great.
We have to take a break, folks. We're going to come back with more on Meals on Wheels and the Orange You Glad Sunset Gala. I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. In the studio, we have Mr. Rob Imperato, Orange Man. He's the board chairman of Meals on Wheels, and Ms. Jennifer West. Jennifer is a Meals on Wheels general manager. And with that, we'll take a break.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
WorkJobs Cayman has a new look. Registered users can now experience a more user-friendly platform, allowing for easier registration and posting of job ads. To see and experience the new look today, visit www.work.ky. That's WORK.ky.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Here, but I'm not dropping my child off at 6:40.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're busy chatting and missed my cue from DJ Lynn. Now we're speaking about the Orange You Glad Sunset Gala, which is coming up. And we have in the studio Mr. Robin Parato, Meals on Wheels board chairman. And we have also in the studio Ms. Jennifer West. She's the general manager of Meals on Wheels. Good morning again.
Good morning.
I am glad that you're orange and you're in the studio this morning. I'll be thinking orange all day today.
That's great. We want everybody to be orange-minded so that you can come out and support the Orange You Glad Gala.
Now, proceeds from this event will go towards which project specifically, or it doesn't matter which project for Meals on Wheels?
It goes directly to feeding our seniors.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously we have a very thin organization, so we have only 2 staff and 100 volunteers, and so more than 100 volunteers. So all the money we raise, from these events go towards our mission of feeding the seniors.
Okay. Now, how many months would say you proceeds from the fundraiser? You get say you get 200,000. We're gonna up the ante on this.
I love it.
How many months would 200,000?
Well, our annual budget is $33,000 a month. So
33,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to your number, 200,000 between 5 and 6.
5, 6 months. Okay,
yes.
Folks, you hear that? Now that's the target we want, and more for Meals on Wheels from this gala this year. What is done to ensure that the meals are well balanced and nutritional, and does the menu change daily?
Well, we have 4 different kitchens that operate island-wide in order to meet the needs of each community. So we do deliver meals 5 days a week through all 5 districts. And yes, the menu does change not just from day to day, but from plate to plate. So it is important for us to provide a well-balanced meal. A lot of our seniors do not want to eat their vegetables. They say that they had to eat vegetables when they were young, so we can't tell them what to eat right now. So they are provided with a hot plate and a soup. So a lot of vegetables go into our soups to make sure that they're getting a balance. But also because of the health challenges and the dietary needs of the seniors, plates change. So some people can't have meats, some people can't have solids. So even just that, every day our kitchens are providing exactly what each individual senior need. No 2 plates necessarily are exactly the same on a given day. So our kitchens are definitely providing this service out of love. These meals are delivered free of charge to the homes of the seniors and clients across the island. But a balanced meal is definitely what we try to provide to make sure they have a starch, a protein, and vegetables. Fruit is obviously very costly, so we do appreciate whenever we get cases of fruit either donated or somebody will earmark some funds to provide that. We have companies and individuals who actually from time to time will come and provide extra fruits and vegetables to us, especially our farmers, our culture department, Cardi Caribbean as well have been great in ensuring that we get those extra bits and pieces that our budget does not allow for. So our fundraising really does go directly towards providing those meals, because these meals that are delivered are at no cost to the persons in need receiving them.
And you have 4 kitchens, is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are those kitchens located?
So our Georgetown West Bay kitchen is out of the T.E. Mack Fuel Center right near the Annex Field. Right. And then we have a Bodentown kitchen, a Northside kitchen, and an East End kitchen that is out of the Civic Center. The East End McLaughlin Civic Center,
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So meals are delivered from those kitchens.
That's right. So each kitchen has kind of their line of their jurisdiction, right. And so Georgetown West Bay kitchen delivers from West Bay all the way up to Spots Newlands, and then our Bodentown kitchen does from Newlands all the way back up to almost Frank Sound. Our Northside kitchen takes care of Frank Sound all the way up through part of Queens Highway and out to Hutland, Round Point. And then our East End kitchen covers all of the eastern tip.
So if I'm at home on vacation and I want to help out to deliver, I can call up and say, look, I'll like to help do some delivery in East End?
We are always looking for volunteers, especially in our eastern districts, and it's really easy to get involved. You can visit our website, mealsonwheels.ky, and you can fill out the online volunteer application. It has a list of what volunteer opportunities there are and what days you're available. Most volunteers deliver 1 day a week. If you have additional time, that would be great. But most of our volunteers they take their lunch hour 1 day a week. They do the same route, so they also build those relationships. We always tell people that it's not just about the hot meal, but it's about that wellness check, that social interaction. A lot of our seniors are home alone and very isolated. So if anybody is available in Northside, Boddentown, East End, it is definitely one of the areas where we have a greater need because there's not as many people available at home to assist. So the people in our kitchens really go the extra mile because in most cases they are cooking, packing, and then delivering. We do have a very small volunteer pool in the Eastern District, so we're always looking for more volunteers.
That's good to know, Jennifer. Now, how many meals per year do you deliver? Off the top of your head, Rob.
We deliver every year about 50,000 meals on average, but last year was extraordinary, obviously, for various reasons, especially the pandemic.
Right.
So last year was 72,000.
72,000?
Yes.
I have to make a note. That's a lot of cooking.
It is,
a lot
yes.
of meals, a lot of deliveries.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, we had the benefit of having our kitchens open throughout the pandemic, as well as other restaurants who were very generous to us during this time.
Now, during the holidays, do you do food deliveries during that time?
We don't deliver on the weekends or public holidays, but we arrange in advance to make sure our seniors are covered through grocery deliveries and other measures.
Okay.
And again, usually on a weekend, a public holiday, neighbors are home, family members are home because it is a holiday. And oftentimes as well, families will take the senior away from where they live over to their own homes. Okay. So it is an essential service that we provide 52 weeks a year, Monday to Friday, as long as it's not a public holiday. However, there are seniors that we know need that additional. So as Rob mentioned, we make sure that they are covered.
No, during those home visits, are you obligated to report to any relevant authorities, any possible health issues or problems you might come across during your visit?
We're not obligated, but our incredible team of volunteers, again, they are so dedicated. They really get to know the seniors that are on their route, so they quickly can tell when something has changed, when a senior is not doing well. So although we're not obligated, we try to work very closely with health providers, with the family members as well, with the community officers in each community who they know the family members as well. Luckily, we've not had incidents where we've had to report any kind of abuse. That would be a situation where we would be obligated to report. However, most of our seniors are spunky and doing well. They do not like to see doctors anyway. But in any case, we try to make sure that they are taken care of, and any assistance that's needed, we try to direct them in the right direction or reach out. We've also had a number of nurses and staff from HSA contact us when, for example, dietary changes have been requested and the senior has not necessarily let us know. So HSA and other entities as well know that they can call us and make those dietary changes. As seniors, things shift in age, and it's a moving pendulum of changes.
I'm just thinking as I get older if I'm going to refuse my vegetables.
Probably.
That's going to hold me for the rest of the day. No, I wouldn't think that adults would, our seniors wouldn't want vegetables.
It's been interesting to learn. Yes. Yeah. So they love sweet treats. They love cornbread, but they don't want corn. They will feed the lettuce to the chickens, and they will tell us, "Can you bring me some cassava cake instead?" Mm-hmm. But as they say, when we were young, we were forced to eat vegetables, and now that I'm old, you can't tell me what to do.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the common problems that are affecting our senior citizens, thanks to our sponsors this morning. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Meals on Wheels. Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Members of the public are invited to attend the 2021 National Children's Festival of the Arts, April 29th to May 1st, featuring the Gold Award winners in the performing arts from various public and private schools. Entrance fee is $5 for adults and $3 for children, starting at 6:30 p.m. on the 29th and 30th at First Baptist Church and on May 1st at the Triple C Auditorium.
Business Buzz. Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're speaking with Meals on Wheels Board Chairman Mr. Rob Imparato and Ms. Jennifer West. Jennifer is a General Manager of Meals on Wheels. Good morning again, folks.
Good
morning.
Aren't you glad you're in the studio this morning?
Very much so.
We're glad.
We're glad to have you too. Now, what are some, before the break we said we're going to discuss some of the common problems that are affecting our senior citizens, if there are any?
Oh, very much so. So the big one is isolation. And it's a problem that applies to a lot of us in society, especially during the pandemic. You know, there's a human cost that, in my opinion, is yet to be quantified about this cost of not being around people. You know, we're social creatures as humans. You know, we need to be around each other. Mm-hmm. And so in many cases, our volunteers who deliver meals, this is their only point of interaction with a senior all day. And so if you think about that, you know, here we are in a studio, you'll have your interactions, we'll have our interactions all day long. We kind of take for granted. These folks are stuck in their homes all day and unable to socialize or interact with the people, their neighbors or their family. So they value the time that we have with our volunteers to provide warm smiles. And so, unfortunately, our volunteers wish they had more time for each senior, but they have a route, and so they have a limited amount of time. But I assure you that time is just filled with, full of laughter and love and great stories.
I'm sure. No, I love Meals on Wheels. Jennifer knows it.
Yes, ma'am.
We all love Meals on Wheels here at Radio Cayman, and we'll support you anytime. We'll support any fundraiser, chickens crossing the road, whatever you have going on. We'll help you with your fundraisers. We're that supportive here at Radio Cayman. Now, are there any plans to expand the Meals on Wheels program to include more districts in the future?
Well, we're already in all 5 districts as it is.
Right, so
we've already expanded to Northside and East End, and since I've been involved in Meals on Wheels, and that's over the last 8 years. So we're already in all 5 districts.
Yeah. How about Cameron Brack?
It's on our thoughts. Mm-hmm. Right now we're focusing on what we can do best on Grand Cayman. So it's not to say there's obviously the need for Meals on Wheels in Sister Islands, and hopefully someday we'll get there. But for right now, we're focusing on what we have right here.
Okay. What are the various ways that the community can donate to Meals on Wheels?
Well, there are a number of ways. One, obviously, through our fundraisers. Mm-hmm. On a much smaller scale, we have a website called pledgeasenior.com. So pledgeasenior.com is where you can go online and use your credit card or debit card and commit to a pledge of a weekly or a monthly or a quarterly or annually gift of Meals on Wheels of any amount you like. It could be as low as purchasing meals for one day, which is $5, or 1 week, which is $25. 1 month is $110, or 1 year is $1,300. So it's really the website is very user friendly. You can give whatever you feel comfortable with. Pledgeasenior.com. Okay. We're also on Butterfield. So if you're on Butterfield and you would want to make a transfer to us directly, we are a payee on Butterfield Online.
Okay. Well, we have a caller online.
Sure.
Caller?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is that Miss Anita Khan?
Yes, it is. Good morning, Miss Georgette.
Oh, my dear. How are you and all your family?
We're very good, Miss Georgette. How are you and yours?
I am so grateful. And good morning to Mr. Imperato.
Good morning.
And let me see now. The lady is
Jennifer
West. Miss Jennifer.
I do Miss Jennifer West.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I could talk all day about how blessed I am. And as far as Miss Anita is concerned, I've known her for donkey years.
Just about 38 years, Miss Georgette.
Together.
Yes, just about 38 years.
I am so blessed. I say that to you, Miss Anita, and to your two guests. I have 3 daughters, 2 granddaughters, and one precious grandson, and the most wonderful son-in-law who is married to my youngest daughter, Laura. And guess what I just finished eating, Miss Anita? Green banana porridge.
Oh, I hope there was no sugar in that, Miss Georgette.
I don't. If it was, it must have been a very little bit. You don't worry. They eat healthy, and anything they give me, I know it's always healthy.
Well, Miss Georgette, we're glad you had that banana porridge, but is there anything else you want to tell Rob
I wanted
and
to
Jennifer?
Say, I don't have to ever worry about being alone because I have a wonderful Christian woman that lives in the house with me, and then my family visit on regular and on a regular basis. But I often think how those other women, especially the women and some men too, who are they live alone, or their children work and they only see them when they come home from work in the evening, how lonely they may be. So I would like to say, may God bless all the seniors, especially on our 3 islands, and all the people in general. And thank you for giving me all this time to run up my mouth. And you know, Anita, if I see September 19th, if it's God's will, I'll be 94.
Wow.
We're counting on that, Miss Georgette.
Oh, according
And
to
more.
God's will. Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
Thank
Miss
you.
Georgette.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
calling in and telling us your thoughts this morning, okay? Love you. And that was Miss Georgette. Now, Rob, I have to tell you that Radio Cayman is a staple for our senior citizens.
Yes.
Who are alone at home. They can tell you everything that happens. They can tell you when DJ Lynn makes a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. Because they're that attentive to radio.
I love it. And our seniors are our national treasure. And that, Mr. Georgette's call right there really epitomized what we're all about. We basically we deliver meals and smiles. We're also very mindful of the contributions the seniors made to our community. These are the people who built Cayman, and so their information and their memories and their stories and their contributions are not to be understated at all. They're very important to us, and so it's our obligation as a society to take care of them in turn.
Now, what I want to ask you is, businesses. You partner with businesses, of course.
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the benefits for those businesses who partner with Meals on Wheels?
Well, the satisfaction, obviously, of knowing, being part of being something bigger than yourself. Mm-hmm. Every business has, a corporate community program of one way or another. So a lot of businesses they usually have their own causes they like to support. Ours, obviously, is a very direct benefit. They know that there's a need in the community, that senior hunger does exist, and it doesn't stop because there's a pandemic. It doesn't stop for any reason.
That's a corporate responsibility.
It is, exactly. It's CSR, corporate social responsibility. That's right, exactly. Mm-hmm. And so the knowledge and knowing that, the money you contribute to someone like Meals on Wheels, goes straight towards feeding seniors.
Okay. Now, Jennifer, you want to say, you look at me.
Well, a lot of companies, we are so blessed to have companies, and I thank Ms. Georgette for calling in, because that kind of a conversation is exactly the experience that our volunteers get. Mm-hmm. She is one of the lucky seniors who is not alone. And so many of our seniors are home alone. We have some seniors that they don't see family until the weekend because they live on the extreme opposite end of the island. And so a company who decides to adopt a route, they can register to volunteer 1 day a week. And if you have 8 staff members that would like to volunteer, you end up only delivering every 6 or 8 weeks because the company staff can rotate. We've had companies who decide to do 1 volunteer day. Our last company was DART. We had a group from DART come out and they took on all the routes for 1 day. We've had Deloitte do the same, where they take 1 day, they kind of close the office for a couple of hours, they deliver the lunches, visit with the seniors. And so the benefit for the staff is, yes, staff camaraderie and team building, but I think when staff return to office, they return changed. We often describe our delivery routes as the other side of Cayman, especially people who don't necessarily go anywhere except home and work. It is difficult to see how some of the seniors are living in Cayman. There is so much that we would love to be able to do. We have budget restraints as well. But as people go out and see what we do and who our seniors are, I think it is so important for us to value our seniors and put them in a place of worth. They have done so much for us on so many levels that we need to make sure to take care of our seniors, not because we are handing out charity to them, but because they deserve our attention, our time, and that is one of the greatest benefits that we as a country, as a community, as whether it's a corporation, a small business, students, anybody of any age can give back to our seniors in a small way, whether it's time, whether it's funds. And we really appreciate the companies that have come out so far in support, and we encourage other companies to reach out to us to see how you can get involved in giving back to our seniors.
How can volunteers sign up?
Individual volunteers can sign up through our website, mealsonwheels.ky. Companies can reach out to us. Individuals can reach out to us as well from by telephone 769-1974 or volunteer at mealsonwheels.ky.
And you have a social media presence, yeah?
We are on Facebook and Instagram and not so much LinkedIn. We tend to forget sometimes, but I will confess that we are on social media, and we love when young volunteers come into the office and hijack our social media, and it gets really busy, but we are there as well, and we post all of our events and our happenings on social media and our website.
Now, before I let you go this morning, can you recap our Orange You Glad gala that's coming up?
Yes, Orange You Glad is this Saturday, May 22nd at the Grand Old House. Cocktails and canopies start at 6 o'clock, and the dinner and live auction is 7 o'clock. And for $200 CI per ticket, you receive a welcome drink, live entertainment, a 3-course meal, and the opportunity to socialize and in the open without masks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the best part of all of this. Jennifer? You want to say?
Well, we look forward to having everyone. Tables can be booked for any size group. You don't have to purchase a table of 10, but we do encourage companies to support this event by purchasing a table for their staff. Family and friends, girls, you can make it a girls' night out. Guys, you can make it a guys' night. But just a great opportunity to come out, give back to the community, and just enjoy a beautiful setting, delicious food, and know that you are helping a senior in need.
And no mask wearing.
No mask, absolutely.
Right, exactly.
That is the very best. Aren't you glad?
Aren't you glad?
Thank you, Jennifer and Rob, for stopping by this morning and just letting us know what's going on at Meals on Wheels and about the gala. Good luck, and he's hoping you'll raise $200,000 and more from this event.
Thank you, Anita.
I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. Thanks to DJ Lynn for manning the board, cameras, webcam, door, just about everything else. To our producer, Miss Susan Watson. Thank you, Susan, for putting all this together. And to our listeners and our viewers, thank you so much. And to our caller, Miss Georgette. Thank you, Miss Georgette. Have a wonderful Tuesday.
The Business Buzz is